Hello there everyone, this is Ma'am Rachel Ann and you are watching Media and Information Literacy Lesson 1. So we are already in our fourth quarter and our topic for today is entitled Opportunities, Challenges, and Power of Media and Information. Let's have our objectives. By the end of this lesson, you shall be able to identify opportunities and challenges in media and information in the economic, educational, social, and political dimensions, and realize opportunities and challenges in media and information. So, as a review from our last quarter, we have defined technology as the knowledge and utilization of tools, techniques, and systems to serve a bigger purpose like solving problems or making life easier and better. Kaya ang aim talaga ng technology ay to improve our quality of life. And alam natin na nakatulong talaga yung technology sa atin in terms of communication and building relationships among other people throughout the years. And nabanggit nga rin natin from our previous lesson na tayong mga Pilipino ay kabilang sa mga pinaka-active na users ng iba't ibang forms of media and technology, lalong-lalo na sa social media. Now, what do you think is the reason why we really cannot deny the influence that media and information have on us? This is because naging vital part na ito ng everyday lives natin. So, now let us look at how media and information influence different aspects of the world that we live in today. Let's begin with the influence on our economy. Alam niyo ba na ang media and information ay merong sariling economics? So how does it work? Sa consumption of media and information, sobrang nagmamatter ang ratings because the higher your ratings, the higher your income. Now, let us define ratings. It is a colloquial term for audience measurement that influences timing, placements, and markets for media content and advertising that determine the number of people watching, listening to, or reading a particular content. Basically, ito yung number of people na nag-e-engage sa iyong published content. On the other hand, when we say revenue, it refers to the income generated from the sale of goods or services or any other use of capital or assets, which is usually associated with the main operations of an organization before any costs or expenses are deducted. Ito yung amount of money na pumapasok sa iyong account dahil sa na-produce mong content or probably sa nabenta mong product or naibenta mo na service. So we could really see the improvement and influence of media and information sa matagal na nating ginagawa noon pa, which is shopping. Instead of going to malls or physical stores, it has been digitalized. So kung gusto mo ng damit, you can just go to Shopee or Lazada or Zalora, which are the most popular shopping platforms here in the Philippines. Or you can just go to Facebook and magmine sa mga live selling. Moving forward, we could also see the influence of media and information pagdating sa food delivery. We no longer have to use the telephone para magpa-deliver ng pagkain. We can use our phones through apps like Foodpanda, Mangan.ph, and more. Also, we could see the changes in our banking systems. Napakadali na ngayong magpadala ng pera, magbayad ng bills, and etc. because meron na tayong tinatawag na mobile banking. And very popular din ngayon ang digital cash or electronic wallets like of course, GCash, PayMaya, and PayPal. Maybe some of you ay involved naman sa tinatawag nating cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more. Now, because of media and technology, many people have made a living out of the use of media and information. Sino ba ang mga kakilala niyong vloggers dyan? Or yung mga influencers? So these people utilize the power of followers, subscribers, and likes sa YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok to earn money. While we could truly attest to these improvements in our quality of life, we still cannot deny that there are also risks in using media and information and technology sa ating economy. Because of a lot of our information, being available online, we are prone to hacking. And due to the convenience of online shopping, we also have to deal with the splurging or impulsive buying of consumers. Ayan. So, sino kaya rito ang everyday ay may Shopee delivery or Lazada? Now, let us move on to the influence of media and information on our education. I know this particular aspect is already familiar to us since we are currently experiencing most of it. Some of the influences are, of course, the educational shows that you can watch on your televisions when you were younger, the presence of computer laboratories in schools and even sa mga learning hubs natin, and also the digitization of books like encyclopedia, dictionaries, and even our textbooks that are now readily available in the internet. Now, during the pandemic, for us to continue our education, we now have online classes which make use of our personal computers, laptops, or cell phones, and of course, the internet or our mobile data. So, lahat tayo ay nakadepend na talaga sa kanya-kanyang gadget. However, meron pa ring downsides with the use of technology. So because of the distance between the teacher and students, it can be challenging to motivate the learners during class. And also, nandito rin yung information overload na tinatawag natin. And lastly, because of the availability of different kinds of information online, prone na ang students to commit plagiarism. It has become common na yung simpleng pag-copy-paste na lang ng outputs and claiming it as their own. And of course, nandito rin yung very relevant na issue ngayon, which is the vulnerability of students to different kinds of disinformation and misinformation. So marami ang nagka-claim na credible source ang TikTok, which is not always true. Moving on, let us discuss the influence of media and information on our society. We are aware of the abundance of social media users all over the world. And one of its influence ay tayo ay mas nagiging aware sa different issues concerning our fellow citizens. And mas napadali na ng social media yung pagdi-digitize ng social advocacy. Na-highlight din nito yung importance of volunteerism and activism in our society. Dito na pumapasok yung citizen journalism. It is simply the collection, dissemination, and analysis of news and information by the general public, especially by means of internet. So baka may familiar sa inyo sa isang segment sa ABS-CBN TV Patrol, which is yung bayan mo, ipatrol mo. So kahit sino ay pwede na mag-report ng nakikita nilang injustices sa paligid truthfully and factually. And just like the previous aspects that we have discussed, there are also pitfalls, mga advancement na ito sa social media. Prone na ang mga tao to live double lives, which means na yung pine-present nila online ay very different sa kanilang real life. Also, we have a lot people who make a living o yung kumikita sa pamamagitan ng pagpapakalat ng disinformation sa ating society. So, kumikita sila sa pamamagitan ng pagtutrol sa ibang accounts and paggawa ng fake news. Another negative manifestation of social media is the societal pressure na tinatawag natin. So malaki ang epekto nito lalo na sa kabataan because social media can create very unrealistic expectations sa mga tao lalo na in terms of physical features and achievements in life. Last but not the least, let us take a look at the influence of media and information on politics. So mahalaga yung media and information sa ating society, particularly sa government kasi nagagamit nila ito to communicate with the people. For example, dito sa Pilipinas, merong sariling TV channel yung government natin. And meron din silang website kung saan dito pwedeng mabasa ng mga Pilipino yung mga pangyayari sa ating bansa, projects, and platforms. Another use of social media is what we call digital diplomacy. This is the government's use of social media and information technology to communicate to the public, especially foreign public. Halimbawa na lang dito ay yung mga embassies all over the world. Meron silang kanya-kanyang Twitter, Facebook, and etc. to communicate sa mga citizens. And also, yung mga government officials natin ay meron din kanya-kanyang social media account na napaka-critical and vital lalo na for information dissemination tuwing may natural natural disasters and also during elections katulad nitong nakaraang national elections. But of course, all these advancements are not without issues. So let us have this cartoon analysis. You may pause this video and write down your answers in your notebook. Now, what do you think is the meaning of the picture? Marami sa mga media outlets ay naging biktima ng harassment from their very own government. And hindi lang ito nangyayari sa Pilipinas but also abroad. Example ay yung license ng Rappler and the ABS-CBN shutdown. So given these influences that we have discussed, let us analyze some of the opportunities and challenges that media and information offer to us. In the case of citizen journalism, which is wherein members of the public become active participants in the collection and dissemination of news and information to other citizens, it threatens to hinder professional reporting, na siya naman naglilid sa fake news and disinformation. Another one for social journalism or the model of information relay that combines professional journalism on their online accounts. It has the death of newspapers as one of its challenges. Ito ay dahil yung news ay mas mabilis nang maa-access sa social media like Facebook and Twitter. And lastly, the faster and free communication via Messenger and Viber. One of the biggest threats that this ease of communication gives is generating fake news on social media platforms. So, kayo kaya as students, what do you consider is the biggest challenge and, on the other hand, the best opportunity offered to you by the new media? That concludes our discussion for today. Again, this is Ma'am Rachel Ann, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, everyone!